Okay, there we go. We were talking about freaking. I can't believe that happened, man. What the fuck happened there?
I don't know. It's on your end, not me.
I don't know,
You're
man.
the one with all the controls over there.
It's messed up. Anyway, we were talking about Howard Stern. It must be a sad, sad existence that this guy lives. He made all his career on being anti freaking society and all that kind of shit. And now he went off on his audience saying they were a bunch of assholes because they won't get this COVID vaccine. And he came out and admitted, yep, I'm woke. You got to read this article.
Howard Stern scolds his fans. I'm woke, motherfucker, and I love it. That is the title of it. During a segment on Monday's episode of the Sirius XM show, Stern shared a clip from a fan who expressed love for his show while laminating how the host has gone woke.
He's went woke.
Like, who has not known this already?
Yeah, but isn't that hypocritical of this idiot? He was supposedly the biggest shock jock around, which I thought his show sucked. It was boring as hell. But he went out there, the king of all media. Man, he's the king of all the cowards.
Well, let's see what else Stern had to say, because this might just piss off some of our Madhouse crew.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
I hear that. This is a quote from Stern. I hear that a lot, that I'm not good anymore because I'm woke. By the way, I kind of take it as a compliment that I'm woke. I'll tell you how I feel about it. To me, the opposite of woke is being asleep. And if woke means I can't get behind Trump, which is what I think it means.
He throws it all behind. Isn't it funny with these liberal idiots? They always go after Trump, where they really don't understand that what woke really means. They're ignorant people. They really are. And for him to come out and say that to his audience is pretty messed up.
Or that I support who I want, who wants to be transgender, or I'm for the vaccine. Dude, call me woke. Call me woke as much as you fucking want.
He's a scared person. He's a scared little person is what he is. For one, he's uglier than sin. I don't understand what woman want to, suck on that little pinky. He looks like a Big Bird. He really does. He looks like Big Bird. Who would want to be with him other than somebody who wants his money? He is like non-relevant anymore. Like I said, he had his 90s shock jock shit.
The quote continues.
Okay, quote continues.
I am not for stupidity, you know. I ran out Friday morning. I was over at CVS. Thank you, CVS. I went there at 9 a.m. and got myself the new vaccine for COVID. Fucking science. This fucking country is so great. And then again, he says, I am woke, motherfucker, and I love it. I want to be awake. I want to read legitimate news sources. Here's how woke I am.
Legitimate news sources, like there's any out there anymore.
Oh, and guess what the final part of the quote says? I believe the election was not rigged.
It was rigged like a motherfucker. What is he talking about? Legitimate news sources to him is CNN. He makes himself out to be a victim and thinks it's cool. Can you imagine anybody being that scared of COVID that you have to rush out and get a vaccine that has really hurt a lot of people?
Yeah.
Let's be honest, man. All the young kids that are dropping dead from heart attacks.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a lot of these Hollywood stars now that are calling for a complete boycott until every single person gets a booster shot. What the hell happened to my body, my choice? That's why people don't like anybody on the left. Nobody likes them. any normal person any damn way. What do you think about people on the left? Do you think they're imbeciles?
They're too into themselves. They really are.
Then it was funny. John Cusack came up. He's a ultra left liberal idiot. He comes out and he's starting to scold the Democratic Party because they're a bunch of liars, that they're not for the working man anymore. Because you know what? Democrats used to be for the working man, but now they're for the elite pieces of shit. And people are being sold the bill of goods, and they're ignorant because they can't do their research. They can't see through bullshit. They're a bunch of robots. And then you produce people like this, Howard Stern. I'm serious. You're a woman.
Yeah.
You got a cooter pocket.
Last time I checked.
Why would any one woman want to even be around something as nasty as that?
Oh, that would be a big hell no for me. It would no. He's a nasty, ugly man.
Even with the money.
The money wouldn't even matter. He's just nasty.
There wouldn't be enough money in the world for a woman to do that.
I don't know what the hell his wife ever saw in him.
Well, he divorced her after she put him through his career. I think the woman was actually the one who kept him going.
No, I agree.
And then he says, fuck you, when he made it.
Yeah.
So that's a piece of shit right there. But I don't know how the hell Allison ever slept with that thing.
He's nasty. He's gross.
Is he number 10 on the gross scale? I think so.
Oh, like 10 being the ugliest?
Yeah.
Oh, he's beyond a 10. He's like 1,000.
What do you
He's so
think?
gross.
What do you think about him actually going against what made him popular?
He's pathetic. He needs to get back to what he used to do, because I don't even know how people still listen to him, to be honest with you.
I don't. Who wants to listen to somebody that throws out a bunch of leftist crap? And he's starting to feel the heat that he's a rebel. I'm not going to pay freaking Sirius Radio to listen to his ass.
Well, and he goes on through this article basically downsizing Trump.
That's all he does is go after Trump. Everybody goes after Trump as an excuse, I think.
You know what he told his fans? He told his fans, I don't hate Donald. I hate all of you for voting for him and not having intelligence.
Talking about intelligence. You know what? I wish I would be able to debate this cocksucker just once. Just once, put him on the air with me and see what the hell happens to him.
I have a feeling he'd hang up.
Oh, he would hang up because he'd get his ass fucking chewed. He wouldn't be able to debate the facts. And that's one thing that liberals can't do, is debate the facts. They hate facts. And that's why they get all butthurt during a debate. They can't stand it.
I mean, when we first heard him many moons ago, he was actually funny. You know, when he had all his little people with him, he was funny. But now,
I never liked him. I
didn't like him. Like,
I didn't think he
I'd
was
rather
funny.
listen to Mancow, but he had bits
Even
and pieces that were funny.
Mancow, he turned into a pussy.
Well, I saw that coming.
It was like, wow, dude.
He looks like a giant pussy.
It's sad when I talk to him about fucking coming on the show. Well, I'm a truth teller. I was like, dude, I don't want to hear about a bunch of Bible thumping bullshit. I want the good shit, man.
Is that why you chose not to have him on?
Yeah.
Because he'd be boring.
He'd be boring as hell. Fucking preaching with that annoying voice. I'd rather have Turd or freaking Freak on. You know what? I got to talk to Freak. He owns Top Fuel Saloon down in Joliet.
Yeah.
I got to get him on. I do. He'd be more interesting than both of them.
Can I ask him what it was like to work for Mancow?
Yeah. How was it the work with the prick?
Were you relieved when you guys were no longer together? Or?
That's just like Opie, man. Opie's always on freaking Instagram complaining about Anthony. Anthony's always been funnier than you, dude. You were a dumbass too. But I don't see, you know what? Radio is dead. Radio really is. You got a bunch of DJs out there now that all they do is toe a company line. They don't actually put on a show anymore.
They don't go outside the box no more. We are always outside the box.
Yeah, that's why I said, when that one station was interested, I said, dude, I won't last 5 fucking minutes on your shit.
Mm.
I was like, you fire me in 5 minutes. Because I'm not going to toe your company line.
You're not going to follow all their regulations.
Hell no, man.
You'd be like, oh, okay, this is boring. Throw the papers and just free for all it.
That's why people come to the podcast platforms now, is because they don't want to hear bullshit. They don't want to hear some corporate entity pushing crap on you. That's just like Russell Brand. He's a big deal. Now all of a sudden he's got, sex charges thrown at him. And you had the UK Parliament coming out telling Rumble, you have to ban him. And Rumble basically said, go fuck yourself. But not YouTube. They demonetized them and all that kind of stuff. That's what a lot of people are facing right now, is if you don't push the company line, they just ban you. And that's why I like all these alt tech sites finally coming out, and they're taking a lot of freaking share from people, especially Rumble. We're on Rumble right now.
Yay. Hi.
And that's why a lot of people have to back up their stuff, is because you never know with YouTube. But for Howard Stern to come out like that, you're a prick. You really are. You lied to your audience, man. And you never lie to your audience, because then they're not going to stick with you.
No.
I don't want to hear him interviewing Hillary Clinton. She's ugly and she's not interesting.
Well, ugly deserves ugly. So
I
the
guess.
two of them, they make
Then you got Robin
babies.
Quivers, man. She is god awful ugly. At least have some nice looking freaking broads on your show like you used to. He pulled some good skits, but goes to this woke crap and disparages his listeners because they choose not to get a vaccine. Talking about government control over the mind. He's the poster boy of it. He really is. He's one of them guys you just want to punch in the face.
Throat.
You want to throat punch him?
Yes. I want to throat punch him.
Because every time he talks, you just want to throat punch him.
I want to throat punch him just because it'd be hilarious.
Well, it'd be hilarious, and he's stupid ugly. You can't look at the guy.
You throat punch him, you can't hear him talk anymore, so that'd be a good thing. There goes his show. Damn.
And you're right, Screw Plan. Russell Brand is being framed by the globalists. The problem is we got people that believe in these people. How freaking stupid could you be? I do. I sit here sometimes and say, God damn, people are weak. Weak-minded people that believe this kind of crap. And the whole time, and he claims that Trump hates his supporters. It's the same thing with these leftist politicians. They despise you. They lie to you. You know what? There's a special place in hell for these politicians. All they do is care about themselves, and we still keep voting DNR for them. When is that enough?
When people wake the hell up and realize what they're doing.
I don't think they're ever going to wake up. Hell, it's Chicago has been a Democrat bullshit for over 100 years. You think they're ever going to wake up from that? Hell no. As long as they're promised their government cheese, they're never going to wake up.
Probably not.
That's why generation after generation votes for them. They can't stand on their 2 feet. They sit there and they bitch about the rich and powerful, but they still vote for them. That's how stupid people really are. And again, the king of the hill is freaking Howard Stern. If you're listening out there, you pecker big bird fuckhead, you're challenged. He's a
Ooh.
he does. He looks like Big Bird, but an ugly version.
Yeah, Big Bird's kind of cute.
You know what? Big Bird's beak is just like Howard Stern's nose. That's how big that thing is, man. Imagine a woman trying to kiss that, man. You had to turn your head fucking 45 degrees just to get around the nose.
No. No, that hurts your neck. That's too much work.
What do you think about him saying he needs freaking therapy 5 times a week?
I would
Ain't
too
that
if I was him.
Ain't that a call for attention?
It's a call for an attention, but if you were him, you'd probably want to go to therapy too, just to deal with your own life. He probably can't handle it.
Right?
He's got too many haters. He's got to go cry about it.
My God.
He doesn't have thick skin.
No, he's a weak person. He's a weak-minded person.
Well, and thus him.
And what he
needing
did
therapy.
was in the 1990s, he used the trend of the shock jock era to make his money.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Then he got what he wanted out of the deal, and
now
switched
you're
his tune.
seeing the real person. He wants to rub elbows with all the elite.
Mm-hmm.
That is disgusting, man. I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. Later on in members only, we got, why did you decide to ride? That's going to be a good one. What else we got going on here?
Well, since Mr. Howard Stern brought up the COVID thing, the COVID vaccine, Biden administration once again is providing U.S. households with free at-home COVID tests ahead of the colder fall and winter months.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to use that bullshit again because it's the 2024 election.
Yep.
And again, people are going to let them control them. That's all 2020 was about, was government controlling them. And they were too stupid and wake up. It's just like they gave carte blanche to places like Target, Walmart, why they made everybody else that was mom and pop shut down. It's all about the money.
Well, kiss some of the United States money goodbye, because 12 domestic manufacturers have been awarded $600 million to manufacture some 200 million new over-the-counter COVID-19 tests, which will be available to the public through covidtest.gov starting September 25th.
See, the problem with the government was they overplayed their hand. Now nobody trusts them when it comes to this health stuff. Like I said, there can be a very serious outbreak of something that has a high kill rate, and nobody's going to listen to them because they overplayed their hand. Did you know when Fauci, that troll little fuck, when he left office after all that time, and he's the one that screwed up AIDS, he's the one who screwed up the COVID. Do you know he is worth $11 million now? $11 million.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
You see, read that thing.
Retired Dr. Anthony Fauci and wife Christine Grady are worth $11 million as of last year.
How in the hell is that possible? Seriously, how the hell is that possible?
I don't know. Let's open that up and see. Let's see how it's possible.
You're not going to tell me you got that good of an investments, man, unless you were insider trading like a lot of these freaking senators and House members do. You're freaking insane. $11 million. You're a government employee, for Christ's sakes.
Well, according to this, it says the wealth expansion came from the mutual fund investments awards, federal compensation increases, and royalties, the outlet reported. Fauci had said he donates to all his royalties to charity.
He's lying. He's lying. That's just like Biden, man. If you look at his tax returns over the years, he was fucking poor as shit. Now all of a sudden he's a multi-millionaire. Yeah, he was bought and paid for, man. By the way, if you want to help the show out, you can via Cash App, $ Motorcycle Madhouse. It really does help the show. It helps with getting the equipment going, the fees associated with the station, the whole 9 yards. But how do you feel about these government employees that are multimillionaires now?
They suck.
How much you want to bet he had stock in Pfizer and Moderna during that whole damn thing to keep the freaking COVID shit going?
Well, I'm sure he did.
It's now 3 years going on. 3 years.
And here we go again.
And here we go again. There's already hospitals putting in mask mandates again, aren't there?
Not in our area, but there are throughout some in other places. And I've noticed more people in Walmart that are wearing them now than they did before.
Oh, yeah. You see them, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
When I see them,
to each your own, man. Do what you got to do.
When I see them, I'm sorry. I'm the asshole that wants to walk past them coughing. I don't know why. That's how I feel. I don't know why.
Then you walk past them, man. You know, that COVID really sucked. I just got over it the last few days. And
I've already ran into some people that have already gone through a bout of COVID.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people have.
Well, I mean, this year, like recently, like within the past 2 months, they've already gone through COVID again.
Well, they're all freaking out because there's different strains of it. That's what happens with viruses. It mutates.
Well, that's just like the flu. The flu
Didn't I tell you that that's what they were going to do? Recommend COVID vaccines every year. Well, just like the flu.
The flu vaccines changed every year because the strains are different every year. I still won't get that one either. No.
You had enough of that, huh?
No, I got so sick after the flu vaccine. The one time I did get it, I was sick for like 3 weeks.
You see, people say they get sick off. It's not the vaccine.
I don't care.
It's a dead virus.
I don't care. I got sick as hell. I was sick for 3 weeks. No.
Jason, it's sad. I saw a person riding a motorcycle yesterday around town that had a damn surgical mask on. That's one thing I always found funny is when they're sitting in their car by themselves and they're wearing a fucking mask.
Those are the ones that are at home taking a shower with a mask on. Just saying.
That's pretty shitty, man.
That's them. You know it.
My God.
Let's bust out the gloves, the rubber gloves you wash dishes with, the big yellow ones. We'll start wearing those.
But isn't it sad, man, that this Big Bird idiot, he turned on his own audience? And he's going to learn a lesson like CNN has and MSNBC. Nobody's going to listen to you.
Yeah. Eventually, he's not going to have anyone in his corner.
This country is more middle of the road than it is on either extreme. And they're learning that. They're learning that. What's up, Chris? People don't like the BS.
Nope.
That's just like the Republicans. They're going to lose everything because they're idiots on abortion. Abortion's going to decide again. Why you have a guy like Mike Pence, because Trump came out and said, we got to come up with a number that's agreeable to everybody. Well, you're not governing like a conservative. Shut up, stupid. Really, shut up, stupid. And you're right, virtual signaling, Rich. Let's go get some news going on out there. We got to talk about this one.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters reporting a Mexican railway operator has announced it's suspending train runs in the northern part of that country because so many migrants are climbing aboard freight cars and getting hurt in the process.
The Ferromex Railway says it has temporarily ordered a halt to 60 trains, which could adversely affect Mexico's commerce. The company said in a statement that in recent days, there have been about a half dozen regrettable cases of injuries or deaths amongst migrants hopping freight cars. The company, part of Grupo Mexico, said some even hopped on moving freight cars with children. Migrants have long used the trains known collectively as the Beast. About a decade ago, the Mexican government briefly staged raids on the trains to discourage the practice, but later largely abandoned that effort.
The perfect way to jumpstart your morning routine? Us. So turn it up a little.
You're listening to Motorcycle Madhouse Radio, WMMR DB Rockford.
Damn, turn the sweepers down. I'm going deaf.
Oh, shut up, stupid.
I'm going deaf.
It happens. It happens.
Sad.
It is getting real bad at that border down there. Really bad. It's, you know what? They're doing it on purpose now. I really believe that. Texas has just declared a state of emergency. They're putting a National Guard down there, all law enforcement. And I think they have every right to. And it's funny when the Texas governor does this, the Biden administration wants to send, go to court and fight it. Who would want to fight all this coming on? Then you had the governor of New York crying and whining about we have no more room. Well, how the hell do you like it? How do you like it? You're doing it to Texas. That's why people hate Democrats. They're hypocrites. They're just plain ass, they're sad people. Don't you think that? They're sad people.
I say, y'all wanted these people here, so suck it up, Buttercup.
And that, you know what? That is true, Steve. Massachusetts actually asked people to put illegals in their houses.
They did?
They did.
No.
Isn't that messed up?
No. I'd be saying, no. Why?
Because they can't, you know what? They want put out that they're a sanctuary city and state, but now all of a sudden when it's coming to them, they don't like that shit.
Why you want randos in your house? You don't even know who they are or anything about them, and you're going to invite them in your house?
But there's going to be some people that do.
Yeah, no thanks. I don't want no rando person in my house that don't even speak English.
Hell no, man.
You're going to have to tie down all your stuff, all your valuables.
My goodness gracious.
You don't know what
What's
people
up,
are gonna
AKA?
do.
Ain't gonna happen to me, man.
No way. That's redunculous.
Give me $1 million and I'll move out. They'd have the house.
$1 million, y'all can have the house. You can have about 50 people live here. It's fine.
Well, Trump, if he's elected, he came out and said he'd do the largest mass deportation the country's ever seen.
It ain't gonna matter. They're gonna just turn around and come back.
No shit. It's funny how the Democrats worry about everybody else's border but our own.
Y'all can't even stop them. I mean, God, why don't you just do a cop train and have them all lined up across the border?
Man,
y'all got enough people. Just do it. Line them up. The politicians got nothing to do. Make them hang out there.
No, they want them there so they can. That's like Texas. They're trying to turn the demographic so they get the votes. Anyway,
I got one more news.
You got
story.
one more?
Yeah. A missing kayaker has been arrested in Georgia after officials said he faked his own death one day before authorities learned he would be due in court on child rape charges in another state.
Go figure.
Melvin Amende, 41, was arrested by authorities following a high-speed pursuit in Tift County in south central Georgia on Sunday.
You have to admit that it's become easier to change your identity on the internet.
Well, this dude faked his own death just to get out of going to jail. I mean, is that how far it's going with people now?
They need to string them up for that kind of crime.
Well, the area where he was taken into custody was about 500 miles from where Champaign said MD was to face felony sexual assault charges in Brunswick County, North Carolina.
No, but you got people out in California saying that's a sexual preference now. You know what? That's how weird those people. Again, if you want to help the show via Cash App, $ Motorcycle Madhouse, that would rock if you can help out the show. But that's messed up. What do you think about California, man, saying that's a sexual preference now?
They're freaking nasty. I don't care. They're a predator. It is not a sexual preference.
And like our Y dog says, a kayaker named Melvin. Could you imagine
Name's
going through
Melvin.
life being called a Melvin?
Well, isn't that what we used to call it, like try to use as an insult? when
That's
we
the
were
way it
growing
was,
up?
Melvin.
God, Melvin.
You know what? I feel
You're
sorry
such a
for some
Melvin.
kids that grew up in like the early 1900s. They had some pretty screwed up names. They did.
A boy called Sue.
Yeah, boy called Sue and stuff like that. So, main topic here today, we're going to explore. This should be a good one. Different kinds of taboo sex.
Yeah.
Now, who gets to decide what, sex that you shouldn't do?
Society.
Society says we shouldn't do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's actually, I think, some states that still have on the book, and I'd be fucked on this one, that it's illegal to give blowjobs and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And that it comes from a conversation that we were talking about yesterday about the religions.
Yeah.
Most of these laws were put in by those people.
Definitely. Well, the biggest thing, the reason why things are considered taboo is because it's not accepted by society. Well, I think society needs to open their eyes and be more open-minded.
I think society should stay the hell out of the bedroom.
Well, yeah,
it's not your-
definitely.
it's not
it
your
shouldn't
deal.
Matter. Shouldn't matter.
But don't you think that these kind of people are forcing their beliefs on others?
Yeah. Well, and the people that are doing these taboo, sex fantasies or whatnot, they're not doing it in front of you.
No, it's just like Mike Pence. See, I really don't like him. He going out there saying conservative is this, Christian that. I bet dude hasn't got a blowjob all his life. How much you want to bet?
Probably not. Probably not.
He's probably one of them that believe that you only have sex to have babies or something. That's the kind of guy he is.
Probably.
He don't want to get a nut off. Freaking prude. That's what he is a prude, man. Those are the kind of guys you want to throw punch. It's like, dude, give me your man card, will you? You don't need it. That's the kind of guy he is.
Well, guess what the number one taboo sex is, which actually is getting a little bit more normalized nowadays.
What's that?
Anal.
Anal?
Yeah.
I believe in giving a woman a good colon cleanse. It cleans them out. And then you can see them cup and go. It's so funny. I think that is normal. Don't you? Because it was used as birth control throughout history.
Well, some people disagree and they say that it's not normal. Or
do you consider it not normal?
I mean, me personally, it's an exit only. Things shouldn't go in.
Yeah,
there.
but you don't think that's normal.
But to other people, it's probably just an everyday thing. But it's like to each their own. But me personally, yeah.
Okay, we're not talking
no.
about you personally wanted it or not wanted it. I'm talking about, do you think that's a taboo deal?
No. You want to know why?
Why?
Okay. People don't realize that a man's G-spot can be found there.
Just like a woman.
Just saying.
Well, that's one thing. I'm talking about society's outlook on that.
Society's outlook on a lot of things is sad.
You got a lot of these people, again, hypocrites, that go around preaching that something like anal's bad. Next thing you know, they get caught up, one of these politicians bumping somebody in the freaking ass. Because let's be honest, man. Sometimes a man don't have a choice. Because a woman's wide as a tunnel and you can't feel anything, so you got to go to the other end just to feel something to pop a nut.
It's a little tighter in most places.
It is. But, society and getting into that type of stuff, come on. And I bet that's what they do as far as equate it to gay sex is what they're doing.
Yep. Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
That's what they equate it to.
Yeah. It says many homophobes disapprove of the idea of anal sex because they only view it as a homosexual thing.
But in reality, it's heterosexuals that do it the most.
Mm-hmm.
That's reality.
Yeah. It's true.
That's where the BS comes in with all these people.
Yeah, it's like, it's not just the gays that do it, the straights do it too. Get over yourselves.
Right, Bill? If she's had too many bad dragons, the back door is tighter. And you're right, Princess. It's none of their business how you're messing around with your wife. It isn't. But there's actually laws against anal sex in some of these states.
Yeah. There is. Threesomes and group sex.
Threesomes and group sex, you know what? That goes back throughout the beginning of time. The Romans were, they were known for that kind of stuff. What's wrong with the, you know what? I'd rather have two broads on me than be bored. Because let's admit it, after so many years, you get bored. There's only so much things you can do with one person. Can you agree on that?
Yeah. I agree.
I think it's jealousy that they think it's taboo. Don't you? I think it's jealousy because they can't get into a situation where they have a threesome.
Well, actually, according to this, it says that the world is supposed to be monogamous.
Who says that, though?
This dude with a PhD.
What's his name?
Jess O'Reilly.
He says that this world should be monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I disagree, because we are animals.
Sex outside of the monogamous relationship is considered taboo.
And that's totally wrong, because are you going to tell a lion that he can't screw another freaking lioness?
I'd like to see him try.
No, in the real world, animals screw everybody. It's a natural type of thing, if you ask me. And it's only natural that people would want other partners. It's in their DNA.
Well, that's just like people that are, what do they call it, playing the field, you know, and they're not in a relationship.
Even if they are.
Well, I'm just using this as an example. If they're not in a relationship, first, society's going to frown upon the fact that you're having sex outside of marriage. Then society's going to frown upon the fact that you're having sex with multiple people.
Well, that's just like in medieval times. It was illegal to the church to have sex other than having a baby.
Yeah.
You know what? There's always, and that's why it's dangerous for people to vote for people like Mike Pence. It's a very dangerous freaking hill that you're going up, because they want to tell you what to do. It's no, you know what? The left and right, it's no better than each other. They're always trying to tell you what to do.
Well, this Jess O'Reilly says that you should discuss things with your partner and pretend that you're in a threesome instead of actually doing the deed.
What do you mean?
That you should discuss with your partner while you're having sex with your partner monogamously.
Mm-hmm.
What it would be like to have a third person but not actually do it.
There's fine and dandy to do what you want, talk about it. I think you do have to talk about it, because the problem with most people with multiple sex partners is the emotions come into it. Instead of just saying, okay, this is about getting my nut off, I look at it a different way. But there's other people out there that get this, especially with women. If you're going to talk to a woman about this, guys, you got to let her know this is all about popping a nut, because they get so fucking jealous that it's unreal. If there isn't no emotion tied to it, it's going to be a beautiful thing. I really believe that. That's some of my advice for you. Go ahead.
This one kind of makes me go, bleh.
No, I'm talking about what you think, because that could be a whole topic of a show right there.
Well, yeah, you got to discuss things with your partner. You can't just rush out and be like, "Hey," and then what are you going to do? Lie. And then there goes another issue.
Yeah, then you lie, or see, broads are weird. They see you popping somebody, all of a sudden they get all stupid, and they get self inward, and it's just messed up. But for society to say I can't have a multiple partner because you can't get it, and that's what I believe it is, you can't get it, go screw yourself. That's what I say. What's the next one?
Period sex.
Ew.
Okay, now,
I'm not going to tell you not to do it. That's on you, man. If you a freak, you a freak.
well, you got to get
But
your
I
Red
ain't
Wings
doing
right.
I ain't doing that shit. No, Red Wings are eating a broad out on her period.
Well, I'm sure you do both.
That ain't happening with me. But I'm not
And
a
it
person.
don't.
I'm not a
Well,
person
didn't.
that's going to tell you can't do it. Ain't a woman more horny on her period?
Yep. Yes. Yeah, they are. Definitely.
No, I'm asking for the men out there so they understand. I'm not trying to be a funny fucker.
I'm serious. Women are their like sexual excitement, I guess, is like heightened during the time they have their period.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, personally, whether a man gets a little blood on his junk should be his decision. If he wants to do it, let him do it.
Right.
Whatever. Who cares?
Well, that's kind of, you know what I have
But then
to
you
say,
got
that's
the-
kind of like doing a virgin. She bleeds all over the damn place and it sucks.
Kind of ruins the mood.
It does ruin the mood. That's something I'm not into.
But then you got, the Bible pushers out there pushing like the book of Leviticus saying, "Oh, it's so taboo."
See, the problem with the book of Leviticus, all them rules were geared towards the Jewish people, not anybody else but them. And that's where, the Bible pushing and all that came in. But
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think anything that has to do with sex should be considered taboo. But, that's my opinion.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Pancho. Montana musket loader. I have no idea with this Eiffel Tower bullshit. I'm just too old, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about when it comes to that.
Well, you can always Google it.
I guess you got to Google.
I mean, I don't think anything that people do behind closed doors should be considered taboo because you know what? Y'all ain't watching. I mean,
there might be some people.
I mean, there might be some people because some people like to be exhibitionists, and that's okay too.
Is that taboo according to these people?
Yes, it is.
Montana musket loader. When you're making sweet, tender love to a woman, you throw some good old Copenhagen long cut in your lip. Then after a minute or two, you take it out and place. Let's see here. Hold on a second. I got to look at this. This is an Urban Dictionary thing here.
You actually Googled it.
Hell yeah. In your lip. Then after a minute or two, you take it out and place it on her anus and stuff it in with your penis.
That's
Poncho's a freak.
That's gross.
Poncho's a freak.
Ew.
Yes, he is. He's a freak.
You nasty Poncho. Ew. What the hell?
That, I guess, is the Montana musket loader.
Imagine if she farted, it'd be minty fresh.
Oh, it would. It would. At least that would be a good thing.
Ew.
What's another one?
Pegging.
See, you're going with these damn names, man. What's pegging?
Pegging is when a woman straps on a dildo and penetrates her male partner in the butthole.
That ain't ever happening. It's pretty cool when a woman puts on a dildo and does another woman. But damn. Somebody who wrote this story watches too much Pornhub.
You would be surprised how many straight men like getting pegged.
You take that shit on out literally and go screw yourself.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Kicking things off with the streaming rock and roll.
Give it to me, give it to me.
WMMR-DB Rockford.
Pegging, that ain't ever gonna happen. What are you, stupid? Never.
Well, then you can always do water sports.
What do you mean water sports?
PP play.
There's people that do that. That's actually kind of mainstream, ain't it?
I don't know, but your stream nailed me a couple times when I was taking a bath, you jerk.
I was high as fuck and I missed the toilet.
And pissed on me in the tub. Yeah, because you couldn't realize toilet's on the other side. But there's people out there that actually like it.
I don't know. I heard it's good for the skin, for a woman's skin.
Ew.
That's what I hear. But that is in the taboo section.
It is definitely, but
Do you
yeah.
think it should be taboo?
I mean, to each their own. I don't think anything sexually related should be considered taboo at all. I think it's whatever you feel you want to do.
Where do you think people get some of this freakish shit, like this Montana musket builder stuff that Poncho likes doing?
I don't know. They look it up in the Urban Dictionary. I have no idea. There's stuff I hear all the time. I have no clue what they're talking about.
Yeah, Steve, when I do my research on Pornhub, I don't know a lot of this stuff because I just not into it. I know people got their freakish stuff, but I'm a good old fashioned, guy here. But I still ain't blaming you for what you want to do. Not going to do it. I believe in complete and utter freedom to choose what you want to do in this life.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and condone anything. But like Catholic has to say, and Morbic, I think if your private life and it don't affect anyone else, do what you want. And I think that is a huge tell right there.
Yeah.
If it don't affect you, somebody else, do what you got to do. If you want to be a weird ass, be a weird ass, man.
You want to hang out with Poncho and do some musket loading? Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Go for it is what I say. Go for it.
Do your thing, chicken wing.
But a lot of the stuff that they're putting out there is kind of normal.
Well, I mean, there's even stuff like masturbating in front of your partner.
That's what they put there?
They say,
Are you serious?
Many people are taught when they are young that masturbation is sinful, shameful, and should be done secretly.
Bullshit. I tell every man out there to beat it like it owes you money.
Getting caught masturbating is one of the biggest fears that most people carry with them from adolescence into adulthood.
I don't know why.
I don't know. I personally feel if you're comfortable enough with yourself and your partner, you should be able to do whatever. But
she's thinking about butt.
But I think you should be able to do whatever you want with your partner. And if you're comfortable enough, then go for it.
I totally agree right there.
I mean, sometimes you might take a little bit longer for you to do something like that in front of your partner, but eventually.
Well, after you've been around your partner for a while, why would you be scared to do that?
No, that's what I'm saying. In the beginning, you might not do it, but as the relationship goes on, it's going to probably be something that you do. Hell, they even say
it actually makes it more interesting sometimes.
They actually say using sex toys during sex is a forbidden act.
Even though it's like one of the biggest industries in the world.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say to somebody that says you're not supposed to be using a vibrator?
I'm going to shove it up your ass if you don't mind your own business. I'm going to use it. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It's my choice. You're not in my room with me. I'm in my room by myself when I use it. So, or in the bathtub.
It's in the own privacy of your own deal.
It's not like I'm walking down the street holding one.
Well, there are some.
Some might be doing
there.
that though, but I'm not. I do this stuff at home.
I guess I did a Hollywoodism. I was calling them Catholic. It's cataholic.
Cataholic.
It's easier to say Catholic.
No, it's cataholic. Get it right.
You're right, Dirty Knobs. The purple monster for the win. Beaker said when he was younger, his dad said jacking off would make me go blind. Dad, I'm over here. I replied. The only thing about sex toys is some people get a little weird, man. They stick in, hot cars up the rear end. You see it on Sex in the ER.
Yeah. They're putting weird things that shouldn't go there.
You might not see that.
Yeah, well, there was one that put a light bulb up his butt. How'd you manage that without it breaking?
I guess he wanted to light things up.
He wanted to light it up.
We got time for one more.
Rimming.
Nasty bees.
Do you even know what it is?
Yeah, licking the butthole.
Anal massage.
What the hell is anal massage?
Well, technically, it means eating ass.
Eat an ass.
Doesn't anal massage sound better than eating ass? I'm just saying. If you come up and your lips are brown, though.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Something's not right.
Nothing's not right there.
They say it is extremely taboo to use your tongue to pleasure your partner's butthole. Now, as I did a TikTok the other day.
Yes, you did.
Stating.
Actually, I put it up yesterday on YouTube.
Stating that your butthole is like a 9-volt battery. Eventually, you're going to put your tongue on it. Just saying.
That's actually a good deal right there. You actually made a funny.
Well, how many people test their batteries that way? Dude, I've done it with a 9-volt, and you're just like, oh yeah, shit, it's still good.
Aren't you an idiot?
You're gonna be dumb enough. You're gonna actually eventually stick your tongue on it. Just saying.
You're an idiot, man. Who does that? Dude, that's a special person that needs a helmet.
Well, have you met me?
That's just like sticking your tongue on a freaking steel pole in the middle
that
of
I'm not
time.
Dumb enough to do. Okay, no, that would never happen.
That would suck.
That would be funny. I would have to stand.
But there are some stupid people that do that dumb shit.
But it's like, it is what it is. Do your thing. Who cares?
Tongue punch the fart box.
Yeah, exactly. Licking the Hershey Highway. I mean, whatever.
There's some weird stuff that men do to women, I tell you.
You think?
How is it being a woman, man? That must suck.
It sucks a lot sometimes. I'm just saying. It really does.
Why does it suck a lot?
I mean, it's like you guys got more things that you can do to us than we can technically do to you. I mean, the only thing you guys really have to worry about with women is the possibility of drowning. I mean,
yeah,
there's that, but
other than that, you're like used and abused, you women.
Yeah, we're thrown around like rag dolls, flipped over. Go this way, dude. I don't bend that way anymore.
It is kind of sucky when you're
swing from the chandelier. I don't know, whatever.
I don't know.
We do some weird things nowadays, don't we all?
9:20, we're going to go to members only. We're going to be talking about what got you into riding that motorcycle, baby. If you're not a member, you can join over on YouTube or Spotify. Get that members only content. Everybody else, we'll see you later. We'll see you tomorrow. Rock on.